Pierre Rivière made it a month on the lam. The day he was taken, he had a hand-fashioned bow and arrow, one stick of sulfur, several knives, someone else's gun license, and a bit of string. He'd foraged for saffron bulbs, caught ducks and other birds. On Doomsday Preppers, Big Al makes it 3 months out of every year alone. He lives underground, acclimating to skyscraping milk crates of canned food and clocks on every cupboard. While he waits for a third world war, he stirs and sings for a camera crew. Let's hunker down in the bunker and eat some bunker stew. All I can say is, dear bunker, you've been a friend of mine. Then a jump cut to a close-up. Bulky chains hang like entrails from the ceiling. Boxes stacked under the stairs behind him, and he spits. Don't just say, well, he lives underground, so he must be nuts. Am I nuts or are you? Fair question. He zigzags through the countryside, from woods to towns, through fields to woods, waiting to be caught, then wanting to hang on. Along the way, people recognize him. He meets men he knows on roads in the country. They say to his living body, they speak to his face, you will get yourself arrested. And they mean, don't walk along the road, which also means, I am trying to help you. These men were looking out for him. But no great soldier of the insane wants to remain invisible. When a man does a thing for the face of God, well, when a man does a thing. The Saranayev brothers hijacked a car and said to the man inside, have you been watching the news? Which meant, we are armed and dangerous, which also meant, don't get yourself killed. They were looking out for him. Then they were in a chase scene. The news showed footage of the corner they'd rounded and reported there were 4 homemade bombs thrown from the car. 2 of them didn't go off. There were 4 homemade bombs thrown from the car. 2 of them didn't go off. We are getting reports that there are 4 homemade bombs thrown from the car, and 2 of them did not go off. Tamerlan was shot in the face by somebody, then run over by his brother. It took weeks to find a community willing to hold his body in an unmarked grave, because when a man does a thing. Adam Lanza shot his mother while she slept. Point blank range, again and again and again. At the grammar school, he reloaded half-spent cartridges, video game style. Where do the simulations end? Pushpin skin, thin braided nerves. He walked out into the fray. Pierre Rivière beheaded cabbages, playing battlefield against the mind's infinite army. Pierre understood what he'd done the day that he did it. Not immediately, mind you, but within hours. He'd shocked himself into temporary sanity. Buckminster Fuller mimicked the body's engineering, coined tensegrity. He found freedom in a bicycle wheel, spun the spokes into a suspended sphere. A new building, non-solid, balancing tension and compression. Victoire's cervical vertebrae were held in by the ornaments of her levator scapulae, her scalenes. The bone in its muscular space, suspended. The neck, a wall of waterfall. She was cooking, Victoire, when her neck unbraided. What moves between an object and the eye? What moves between an object and desire? Our eyes surge out as touch. Our fractious light can burn. Pierre Rivière understood this. He believed in the body fluid, wants extramission bleeding into airspace. For him, a look could commit incest. Proximity became bestiality. Pierre lived in a world where actions are uncontrollable and the burn always licks outward. After Adam Lanza shot 20 children, the news kept saying, "rampage," as if there is a word for this. Adam Lanza's eyes.